Coffeezilla investigated MrBeast and found some crazy stuff. Not only does he have Crohn's disease,
who was recently accused of making $23 million with insider trading and scams.
23 million is a good amount of money. You could probably get a Bugatti and pay off a couple of Romanian politicians.
I want to be clear. What MrBeast did, what his team did, is shady. But what we care about is, did he cross that bright red line from shady to illegal scam?
You don't cross my shit line, I don't cross your shit line.
It ain't looking good for MrBeast. He might not be getting a bro fist.
Baba Booey.
WestJett.
What is up, Puerto Ricos and Sneakos? WestJett 615, Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about Coffeezilla exposing MrBeast. Oh, and literally 0% of your subscribes. Be sure to subscribe, yeah.
If you love MrBeast, there will be an explanation at every turn and a scapegoat. But if you hate MrBeast, what I'm about to show you will seem unethical and like a clear abuse of fame for money.
As a news channel who prides himself in journalistic integrity and getting everything right all the time, we're going to take this with a grain of salt and be objective here.
I have gone to MrBeast's team to try to fact check this story extensively, and they declined to fact check or comment on my many questions.
We're all mature people. We all know that innocent until proven guilty. And personally, I believe that, answering questions does make you look a little bit better, but I digress.
Secondly, I have a bit of history with MrBeast. I interviewed and spoke positively about him in the past, but also his new co-founder is suing me, and his other co-founder threatened to sue me.
Why is the good collaborating with the bad and the ugly? It's really a bad look for his image. For all of these people, individually, they're far less bad than together. Well, maybe not Logan. He's a top Sigma.
Firstly, an investigation by Soma XBT, which claims MrBeast made $10 million by backing low-cap crypto tokens. Second investigation comes from a group of 5 people who investigated MrBeast and found $23 million in profits from, quote, scams, shady deals, and his network.
Coffeezilla was very fair to MrBeast. Any assumptions or loose associations he didn't take seriously and only presented the stuff that had evidence.
But MrBeast did get in the pre-sale and make a lot of money. And thus, the conclusion is made, it's highly likely MrBeast made an investment from that insider information of KSI's promotional deal. But there's simply no evidence provided of this.
This is good journalism because since it's not 100% beyond a reasonable doubt, he's not making any assumptions on what actually happened. Bro does not want to get sued again.
Luckily, the biggest claims in this report, the biggest money makers, are much better supported by evidence. Starting with Super. This is the project MrBeast is alleged to have made the most amount of money on, over $10 million based on a pre-sale of $100,000.
It ain't looking good. There's been leaked screenshots and all of the wallets associated with this can be traced directly to MrBeast.
On March 3rd, 2021, he responded to a tweet with eyeball emojis. And then he interacted a second time on May 12th, 2021. This is much worse. The founder, Leo Trades, had tweeted, "There's a gym sitting there on the market at eye-watering prices set to explode during the DeFi Summer 2.0. MrBeast's response, Super?
As an outsider looking in my opinion, this don't look good. It doesn't necessarily mean he's promoting the project, but he's almost like accepting the validity of it.
But what he doesn't say is that he'd already purchased a huge stake in Super at this point, and on the day that he's tweeting, he was selling tokens, allegedly.
First, I was confused why he said allegedly. It's either he was or he wasn't. It's not really that complicated, and you can track it on the blockchain anyway. But turns out some of the wallets are linked to this other guy named Wu-Tang Clan who might have been doing the transactions on behalf of MrBeast. In my opinion, MrBeast's team response was awful.
These investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts.
Yes, industry experts in meme coin shit projects. Very cool.
The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers.
Respected and sophisticated managers and cryptocurrency don't go hand in hand. What is this? Personally, I don't think it matters who owns the account because MrBeast himself is caught interacting with them, so that's a bad look on him. He's the one who runs the account, MrBeast. It doesn't matter if an intern does it, it still reflects on him. But you mess with the beast, you get the horns. He got all his exits covered. It's all speculation at this point. You can't even get him. MrBeast rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
The big thing is Jimmy denies doing any of the trading or managing the trading and blames it on a fund. So I asked some obvious follow-up questions. What is the name of this fund? Who are the industry experts? And what rules and regulations were followed that allowed you to tweet about a coin while your fund is selling. I didn't get a response.
But you know, Coffeezilla very diligent. He didn't give up there. He hit a dead end and he kept going.
The reason most people link MrBeast to this wallet we've been tracking is mostly based on a tweet by MrBeast saying he bought a specific CryptoPunk, which belonged to an account which goes by Wu-Tang Clan. People assumed, understandably, that this was MrBeast's wallet. But what is lesser known is that another account has also tweeted about CryptoPunks and has the same ties back to Wu-Tang Clan. A guy named Jason Williams. He's followed by MrBeast on Twitter.
I'm also followed by MrBeast on Twitter, so MrBeast, if you ever want to scam some people, hit me up. So now we know there's 2 people running the account. Here comes trouble, make it double. It's like Inception, but instead of messing around in the dream world, they're messing around crypto pump and dumps.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Just when I thought MrBeast might have no say in what this wallet did, I saw this podcast with Logan Paul, where Jimmy discusses CryptoPunks once again and things get complicated.
Before I get into anything, this shit looked like ass. How did people pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for this? This looks like something your ADHD cousin made in like MS Paint.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of CryptoPunks at the same time, right?
Let me summarize the story for y'all. Basically, world famous Facebook marketplace couch flipper Gary V put a bunch of people, industry experts and billionaires, in a call and told them to buy a useless shitty NFT, and then the prices went up, and what a shocker. Even Logan Paul's biggest glazer, Mike Wazowski, was skeptical about this, and I think he's right.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a
like,
lot.
dude, he has all these billionaire market
lot.
makers in the thing.
think about
He
that a
makes
lot.
the call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later, and you're like, damn, it's all the same motherfuckers that were on the call.
I honestly think this guy has hella potential. He should just separate from Logan Paul entirely and run his own thing.
And make no mistake, like having such influential people involved in projects, it can't hurt the ability for the project to
But, like,
work.
Especially for a piece of shit like an NFT, which essentially has zero utility outside of being a profile picture, which you can even copy paste and take for yourself.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
I've
right.
never talked about it publicly.
Yeah, but that last part isn't quite true. The reason we're all here is MrBeast tweeted about CryptoPunks the same day he bought them back in February of 2021.
This is basically done to show that MrBeast has some sort of access to the account because it can be like literally traced exactly to his address. And it got immediately worse really fast.
On March 9th, 2021, MrBeast responds to Eternity Chain saying, "This one will be hype." MrBeast's name was put publicly on the Eternity Chain website. On their investors and partners page, you might be asking, well, which is it? Is he an investor or a partner? And the answer is both.
Yeah, both. Now, this one's insane because they agreed on a charity drop and a normal drop, and even MrBeast's charity Team C's partnered with this project.
Confirms in Telegram that the drop is supported by MrBeast, saying Earn and ETH tokens will be accepted for the charity auction, which was slated to last 2 months. Now, the reason I'm sharing all of this is because 1 month into this 2-month charity auction on November 30th, 2021, the Rocket Fund or Beast Fund or whatever you want to call it starts selling huge amounts of this Earn token. Allegedly, they sold over $2 million.
This is shameless, and if MrBeast isn't involved in this and his team is doing this under his behalf and just telling him to reply to whatever tweets, he should probably fire their ass.
While the charity itself was still going on. Now, I know that sounds horrible. It looks horrible. It is horrible.
MrBeast essentially allowing people to put his name on a project like that flops is a very bad look in my opinion.
Because regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
I strongly urge you to watch Coffeezilla's video because I low-key shamelessly ripped it off for money, but
Was it the fact that the name they brought to the table was MrBeast, one of the most influential and valuable brands in the world? And that's what got them the great deals. That's what got them a bunch of eyeballs. That's what made it so valuable to have his name on these websites. And maybe that's what made the market. Ultimately, I think it's for you to decide.
I think yes, MrBeast's name definitely played a part in it, but to what extent MrBeast himself was involved is the question we all don't really have the answer to, and there's really no evidence to prove it. But we do have the evidence that subscribing to my channel makes your penis big.